Hey y'all, what's up? I'm Amy, aka the Piscean Seer, and this is one of your daily collective messages. Like, and subscribe if you get anything out of this. Thank you so very much to those of you who do like, subscribe, and comment. It is always and forever going to be loved and appreciated. God, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, cosmic guides, all beings of the highest and purest white light only. With the best interest of me and the collective at heart, you are always and forever welcome into my readings, okay? Please give my wonderful, fabulous, and amazing Piscean Seer family the best and most accurate information for them at this time, okay? So, this is an Arcturian reading. So, I have evil men try to silence those that speak the truth, but before. Oh, and I also wrote take a spiritual bath, okay? You might need to take a spiritual bath and cleanse your energy because I think you got some people in your energy that you don't really know, okay? But you are a holder of truths, okay? And you have the attention of some sneaky ass people with the Seven of Swords, okay? This look like, ain't they like hiding behind this wall, like creeping, peeping? They creeping and they peeping at you, baby. But it's only because of the way that you've come in from the code, okay? It's your spiritual rank. Look at the Empress under this. You are highly spiritual ranking, okay? Look, spiritual strength out of this world. I feel like you've chosen wisely when it comes to your path and which way that you walk in, and you just need to like do it wholeheartedly, okay? Like do whatever it is that you feel called to do when you feel called to do, okay? Even if it's like, leaving a place abruptly or shit like that. Like really follow your intuition and listen to your discernment when it comes to new people, okay? So what's going on in their energy? We got the master, okay, which is the devil. I feel like you've been doing a whole lot of detaching, okay? And I feel like that could be one of the reasons why like people are paying attention to you the way that they are. You're releasing a lot of things, and you need to continue to release those things that you're releasing. I feel like I'm hearing subconscious work. I feel like you're doing a lot of work when it comes to your subconscious. We got the Four of Potions, okay? I don't know. I feel like the Arcturians could be offering you something, some sort of new emotional opportunity, some sort of emotional advancement. Yeah, we got the Six of Potions, okay? So some sort of past healing they want you to focus on at this time with the Six of Swords or the Six of Lightning that will bring you into a lot more of this strength that you're coming into. You could be in hermit mode like crazy right now, okay? You're working on closing some sort of cycle. I think it's like I'm hearing a personal cycle. Like it's a personal cycle. It's something that you've been dealing with or grappling with. Like maybe you've been feeling burdened, okay? But these burdens are outside of this window. This is the Ten of Wands. All these wands are outside the window, okay? So I don't know, maybe like the things that you feel are burdening you or the things that you feel are a problem are like way further away from you than you think they are at this time, okay? You got the Ten of Pumpkins or the Ten of Pentacles because like you're holding this immense wealth is what I heard, okay? Immense wealth is what you're holding. You are amazing no matter what stage of life you find yourself in, and I think you just need to like really focus on that and don't really worry so much about people that are trying to silence you or trying to make it seem like your opinion doesn't matter or who you are doesn't matter or what you want doesn't matter. All of that shit is incredibly important, and that's what you need to be focusing on the most. What are they healing subconsciously? We got ambivalent, okay? It says you say you want a lover, but you're not all in. Take time to figure out what you want, okay? So now is the time where you're just figuring out what you want. Love could be significant, but I feel like it's not just limited to love. It's like maybe you're saying you want certain things, but there's still like a little bit of fear behind those things that you're saying that you want. So the Arcturians are saying like you need to really clear your mind, maybe even like make a list or do some sort of meditating or do some sort of focus on you and your subconscious and what kinds of things they're calling you to clear. What else is going on in their subconscious that you want them to pay attention to? We got sex only, okay? So I feel like you could have issues around like your sexiness. I mean, I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's true. Like maybe you're used to people wanting you only around for like how you look or the influence that you bring. Like But you're so much more than that, and I think that you know that. And but they're saying, it says accept that it's okay to reach for more though, you know. Like maybe in the past you were okay with these like sex only type of connections, and maybe you even convinced yourself at one point that that's all that you deserve, but no, you deserve so much more. I feel like there's definitely a divine counterpart waiting for you to come into that realization though, you know. And also, it's like whenever they do bring in this counterpart, they're going to like boost everything that you think you feel about yourself. Like, you're so much more amazing than you're giving yourself credit for, is the energy that I'm getting from this. Let me get one more. We got pent up anger, okay? So also there's some anger issues that you could be currently working through. You know, you could be working on your temper, working on not getting so upset, not blowing your top, you know. But the reason why you get kind of angry sometimes, where it feels like you can't really turn it off, is because you have unresolved feelings from your past that make you resentful toward others at times, you know. And you might be thinking like, what? What are you talking about? But it's subconscious, okay? So it might not be like at the forefront of everything, but this is something that the Arcturians are asking you to continue to work on, you know. Even just asking for the healing of the thing is good. Yeah, and we got too risky. You feel like it's not worth the risk, but opening your heart is a risk worth taking, you know? So they're just asking you to be more open, to be more accepting, to releasing these things that they're bringing to your attention for you to release, you know? There's certain things that you're too attached to, old feelings and old ways of thinking and being, that it's time for you to release, you know? It's time for you to give yourself a little bit more room to breathe. I feel like you're so hard on yourself and you just don't even have to be. Like, but you're still making wise choices, you know. I don't want to sit here and try to like take away from any part of your journey, because every single part of it is important. Even the angry parts, even the parts that seem like they suck so much, those are the most important parts of the journey, right? Because they help to shape you and to show you how you fight and to show you how amazing you are and who you're truly meant to be and how far you can actually take this thing. Like, you are pure, beautiful light, and that's why you have certain people that are on that energy of deception and envy around you. But you don't have to worry about that, because you are a high authority. Like I said, you are so protected. So just focus on the things that you want to heal, on the things that you want to improve. Focus on looking at the positive, and that is what you will attract. Yeah, we got harmony, okay? So this is that divine counterpart energy, you know. This is lover's energy. Like, Gemini could be significant, okay? Also, well, I was about to say Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, okay? So air, high air. But of course, because we're talking subconscious, but that could be your sign, any of those, or you could have air highly aspected in your chart. Yeah, we got awareness. So the Arcturians are working with you on bringing in this higher level of awareness, but there's some things that you need to like clear out of your subconscious in order for it to like take, is what I'm hearing, for it to truly take, okay, for this energy to stick with you. And like, when you're going through like calling back your power from certain past lives and things like that, you know, it can be a lot. It comes with like all these emotions and all of these different things that you need to deal with in order to really uncover what it is that Spirit's trying to give you, or what it is that they're trying to bring into your life. There's definitely an advancement to your gifts coming in. That's what I'm hearing, okay? What is this? Yeah, we got the fulfillment of wishes, okay? They want you to make room for the fulfillment of wishes. And I feel like that's not too much to ask, you know? Make room, release your anger, release your issues or your hangups that you may have about yourself or about your body or about, you know, the way that people love you or why people love you, or even if it's issues or hangups about why people don't love you or why they don't like you. It doesn't matter, because your spirit team, your cosmic guides, God loves you and you love yourself and I love you. And that's all we fucking need, right? You don't need like the approval of everyone else, okay? We got the third eye chakra. I feel like there's an improvement coming to the way that you see yourself and the way that you see your life and kind of like the people around you, right? Because at first we see the people around us for who they are and what they are sometimes, and it can be really upsetting. It can build like this certain level of anger with people, like not anger but more like frustration, right? Because you don't really understand people and their motives and why they move the way that they move, but you just have to understand that that's where they are on their journey. And I think you're coming into that realization, coming into a different, more softer, compassionate way of looking at the people around you and why they do the things that they do, right? Because most of the time the little bullshit, the jealousy, the envy, the hurt, and the pain, it all comes from past hurts, past pains, and the ways that the people that brought those people up treated them or raised them. What's light and deception and envy? We got positive movement forward. Like that's what it's all about for you at this time. So much beautiful positive movement forward that the Arcturians are helping you with. Okay, what's deception and envy? We got and authority. Okay, deception and envy and authority. We got fertility. Okay, so you are very fertile at this time, like just growing and expanding, and that's why you've got people paying attention to you. Okay, we got transformation right here. You're going through a very powerful transformation at this time, and it is expanding your throat chakra. You might feel very vocal or feel the need to express yourself. Please express yourself. I see 313 right here. That could be significant. You could be seeing that. You could be born in March. Okay, happy birthday to anybody birthday that it may be. Okay. Happy birthday to all the Cancers. We got firm foundation right here. Okay, so you're just like solidifying more of your firm foundation at this time. Okay, coming into more happiness, more chill. Like I feel like maybe you could have gone through like a personal tower, or you could be going through some sort of tower right now where it feels like like maybe you were right on track, right? I have to use myself as an example, of course. So when I took my break, it was supposed to be like a little break. I wasn't supposed to not record for 2 months, but then it's like, certain things just started happening and Spirit was like, just forget it. We'll just wait, And then it turns out I needed all that time. I needed that break. I needed to just live my life and just to be a normal fucking person. I need to go around and just do my job and talk to strangers and just chill with my family. It was really good for me, But parts of it felt like really, I don't know, like my mind. It was like Spirit was working with my mind. Okay, they were working with the way that I think. This is very significant. Okay, they're working with the way that I think about love, working with the way that I think about my life and the way that I think about my divine journey, boosting me feeling more sexy, more attractive, me just boosting my confidence in a lot of different ways with a lot of different situations that really don't explain the situations until after I'm out of them. So if you are in it right now, and you don't really have the clarity, like don't worry about the clarity. The clarity will come. Focus more on, okay, what is this lesson that I'm learning, and what is the best way for me to deal with these things and to work myself through these things, because God works everything out in the end. So like try to turn the fear and the worry and the anger that you might feel about yourself or about your life and where you are in your life, turn that shit down and focus on the positive and what it is that you want to attract and what are the steps that you want to take to make those things come into your life, right? And a lot of times the progress, it seems so slow, right? You're waiting on these financial and material changes and you're dealing with all of this heartache and loss. And a lot of times it feels like you're suffering in silence, right? Because you don't know who you can trust. You don't know who you can talk to. You don't know who's the best people to communicate with about any emotional loss that you might be feeling. But Spirit's saying as long as you acknowledge the emotional loss, the heartache and pain, the financial issues that you may be having, and you reach out and you ask for that help always comes. Even if you don't really see it coming right away, it's coming, okay? It's here. It never leaves. Period. You're always being extremely guided because you are extremely gifted. You spread so much light. You're just beautiful. Look, divine guidance right here. Let's put that down. You're always receiving this divine guidance. It comes right through your intuition. All you have to do is just trust yourself and follow the way that you feel guided to walk, even if the way you feel guided to walk looks fucking crazy to everybody else. It's just right for you. the King of Swords. I feel like you are like the king or the queen of like overthinking sometimes, you know, like you really don't give yourself a break, you know, and you need that clarity of mind in order for your cup to overflow the way that it's meant to be. In order for you to really truly manifest the things that you want, you have to clear this Nine of Swords, anxiety, energy, and accept the fact that you're innocent and you're here to have a human experience and you're going along this thing the best way that you know how, okay? I feel like I'm like fighting back tears, you know? You can be like fighting back tears you need to express. Like you might need to cry, you might need to have that time where you have a temper tantrum, okay? You know I support temper tantrums if you fucking watch this show. Because I will have them. I will be like, oh God, what do you want me to do then? Like, I will freak out. But the minute I freak out and I just break down and ask those important questions that I need to ask spirit, then I get my answers. But I've learned to not get to that place so quickly because I used to go straight there while I'm crying and I'm frustrated and I'm irritated because I don't talk to that many people and I don't really know what to do, you know. And spirit is not always like super loud. They're not always like, you know, what's that movie? This is some comedy movie and she's like, the voice, the ghost is like, check the music room. And she's like, what? And the voice is like, check the music room. And she just kept saying, what? And then she was like, check the fucking music room, you know? Like sometimes you just don't really hear a spirit. You hear them, but you don't really understand what they're saying, you know, for some strange reason. But eventually, that shit always comes, okay? What's authority, transformation, and harmony? We got the Wheel of Fortune, okay? And we got the Divine Partner, okay? Beautiful confirmation going under harmony, awareness, and the throat chakra. It's like all of this shit is coming together, like, so effortlessly for you, you know? And you just ignore these trash box ass folks, okay? Because this trash box is coming out under awareness, firm foundation, and fulfillment of wishes. I feel like you have this higher awareness all of a sudden of all these trashy ass people around you, and it does, like I said before, that shit will piss you off. It will make you angry. It will be like, why the fuck are all these people so trashy? Like, am I tripping? Like, am I just like, is it me? Am I the one? Am I misjudging these people? You're not. You seeing what you're seeing, but it's all about accepting that shit and moving forward in your life and knowing that that person being shitty has nothing to do with you. And they can watch you do what you do all they want, but they can't touch you because God says so. What's divine guidance and intuitive care? We got the Ten of Wands, okay? More of that burden energy with the deception and envy. It's almost this energy of like people outside of you going out of their way to like burden you or like sending you this energy like you should be angry or you should be mad. Like it's mad projection energy right here. What's intuitive care and Wheel of Fortune? We got judgment, okay? So like I said, they can't touch you though, because God said they can't touch you. But also I feel like you're very misjudged, and I feel like you misjudge yourself a lot, and you should stop doing that because you're amazing. Like there's nothing about you that isn't wonderful, and if you feel like there is something about you that isn't wonderful or that you don't like or that you need to change, you have the power to change it at any time. But don't judge yourself for it. You know what I mean? Like don't talk shit to yourself, okay? You are the closest thing to yourself. You, the two parts of you, that masculine and feminine energy within yourself is very important that they meld, that they mesh, that they work well together as a team. Because at the end of the day, that's the strongest fucking team that you have, other than this team shit that you even got. What's Wheel of Fortune and the Divine Partner? We got the Four of Wands, okay? So you could be like, you gonna get married and all kinds of stuff. I feel like there's a lot of beautiful things coming in that you just don't see. Like, you just don't have the clarity to see that far down the road. So all you could do is take shit a moment at the time, one moment at a time. Like you could be like trying to like see into the future too much. Like it's all about living in the moment and allowing each moment to just work itself out. And life is so beautiful. Like life is beautiful because it's so unpredictable, because you don't ever know what's going to happen. You could be somebody who doesn't like surprises, okay? What's Divine Partner in the trash box? We got the Ace of Wands, but there's a passionate beautiful beginning that you've already stepped into, and your peace of mind is the most important thing to this part of your journey, especially when it comes to these trashy ass people on the outside of you. Okay, with the sun, they're gonna get exposed every time to you for sure, because you're gifted. Okay, you have gifts, you see things other people don't see. Okay, so when they show you who they are, fucking believe them. Okay, we got the Nine of Wands. I know you're sick and tired of like always having these mental battles and always feeling like, you know, you have to be on the defense. And I mean, really, you don't. Because your spirit team is always on you, always working in your favor, always on your defense, always sending you signs and cues and clues to let you know just how fabulous and amazing you are. All you do is ascend, baby, because you are connected and tapped in with the Most High. He give you every single thing that you need, okay? So don't worry about a damn thing, because you're a lover through and through, and you deserve more than this sadness and despair that you had to walk away from in the past, okay? You deserve more than these sneaky lower vibrational energies. And that's exactly what's coming in, because you're innocent. But also the Seven of Swords does hold that energy of like good things sneaking up on you, right? We always look at the Seven of Swords like, oh shit, they being sneaky, but I mean, they be being sneaky, but it can also be a good card to represent things coming in that you don't necessarily see, solutions to your problems that you don't even know you fucking have yet with the Three of Pentacles, because you work as a team with the divine. It's a magical thing, okay? It's not a normal thing. It's a magical thing. Everybody ain't working with the divine. The divine is working through you, and you just have to remain aware of that. What's guidance? I mean, divine guidance, Ten of Wands, and intuitive care. We got the Queen of Pentacles, okay? So I just get this energy. Well, I heard you're meant to hold abundance, okay? Excuse me. You're meant to hold abundance. And you will. You do right now. What's intuitive, Kev, judgment, and the wheel of fortune. But also Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy could be important, okay? More Capricorn energy with the devil. But it's all about like detaching. You're too attached. You're too attached to the judgments of yourself, okay? And it's getting in the way of your magic. A true magician or an alchemist is a master of all the elements, a master of their emotions, a master of their mind, a master of their passions and where they want to go in life. And they know the abilities that they have to ground whatever it is that they want to ground at any time. So it's all about the way that you think and realizing that no obstacles really can stop you as long as you make the right choices. What's the Queen of Pentacles and the Devil? The Page of Pentacles, okay? You are full of potential, period. And there's a passionate, abundant ass new beginning that's already here. Like, it's just up to you to recognize it with the Six of Wands, because people already see that shit all over you. They see how special you are. They see how amazing you are. They see, you know, like your truth really shines through you. And I just feel like it's this huge energy of you being very unaware of this. You are a fucking star, okay? You don't even see it. What's the Magician and the Chariot? We got the Ten of Wands. It's like all you see is these burdens. That's the third time they showed us the Ten of Wands. You have to release your burdens and your worries to the divine. Put the relationships that you in with people in the hands of God. Like, really tell God, you know, okay, I don't know, I don't understand exactly why you put these people in my life or what exactly it is I'm supposed to be seeing or learning here, but could you give me some clarity? Could you give me some peace? Could you give me whatever it is that you feel I need to deal with this part of the journey and to learn whatever lessons I need to learn so that I could just stay right with you, you know? And you'll always receive that. You'll always receive this beautiful, stable type of energy with this Emperor energy. And before you even fucking ask, everything that you want is already on the way. Please know that. Like, you might not see all these options. You might not know necessarily just yet what the options are, but they are there. All you gotta do is just keep making the right choices to get there. What's the Queen of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and the Devil? We got dragons. We'll slay them all, okay? You are a fucking master at slaying these dragons, okay? No, there's not a villain in the world, okay? That's gonna evil laugh all over you and get away with that shit. You better know it, okay? What's the Devil, the Six of Wands, and the Magician? We got the potion. We'll remember to practice self-love. So that's like the most important thing at this time. This love, this time, this attention that you're putting into yourself, okay? 66 is right here. You could be seeing 66. You should look at the, let's see. Yay! I actually turned it on. I didn't unlock it yet though, so still gotta load. Right here at the bottom of the deck though, it says garden, something lovely will grow from this. So this is what I'm saying, like something lovely is growing and expanding right in the middle of all of this bullshit that you feel like you're going through, okay? This is obviously important. So it says that the angel number 66 signifies balance, harmony, and love, especially within relationships and family, okay? Find the balance. Like, really just forgive people, okay? Even if they still do the stupid shit that they do, just forgive they dumbasses because they know not what they do. Like, this is what we know for sure, okay? It says it encourages fostering and nurturing environment, prioritizing self-care and maintaining equilibrium between material and spiritual pursuits. Seeing 66 can also be a reminder to focus on personal growth and serving others according to some numerology sites, okay? It says it's a message from your angels to put your faith and trust in the benevolence of the universe as your daily needs are continually met. Everything that you need is provided to you, even if it's provided to you in like the weirdest way. You may be like, dang, you know, like I really want to go out, and then somebody just randomly calls you like, hey, what are you doing? You want to go, you know, to the park or whatever? It might not be your idea of where you wanted to go out to, but the prayer was answered, you know. And sometimes you need the park more than you need to go to a restaurant or whatever. Like, you just don't know why spirit do the things that they do all the time, okay? We got the tree would let them go. So there's just some things in your life that it's time for you to let that shit burn, okay? Like, there's an outdated mentality that you got going on. Maybe like a mentality of scarcity or something that is very subconscious. And you know your subconscious, it don't need your help, okay? It will take whatever goes back there and it will just grow and become some sort of like subconscious monster. And also the things that build up in your subconscious, anger and, you know, the image issues and things like that, those are things that people are able to attach to. It becomes something, an energy that people can use against you. So that's why your shadow work is so important, and that's why your peace of mind is so important, because it leaves nothing for people to attack you with, because you're very proud of yourself, you stand in your truth, and you know who you are and what it is that you have on your heart that you need to work on. As long as I'm working on it, then nobody else should be worried about it, right? What's dragons and potion? We got feast, okay? We'll slow down and celebrate yourself. And you've really done a lot more than you're giving yourself credit for. Like, you've really grown into like this beautiful and mature and like angelic being, okay? You are fucking amazing. I know that's like the third time I said that. It's the facts. You don't see it. That's why they keep saying it, okay? What's potions in the tree? Yeah, we got feather with think first before you judge, okay? So, I don't know. It's like maybe other people's judgments of you in the past have like become a part of your mentality in some sort of way. And that's what the Arcturians are helping you to clear. This is the new emotional beginning they're offering you that I was talking about at the beginning, you know. Try not to be so nostalgic, like I said. Be in the now, okay? Focus on the here and now, what it is that you can fix now, who you are now, what it is that makes you happy now, okay? And don't worry so much about the past or, about people getting the karma or none of that shit. None of that is your concern, okay? You see it for what it is, you pray about it, and then you forgive and you release that shit. And spirit handles the rest. It's not your job to be running around worrying about folks and if they gonna change or be better. Because then it's like way too much energy going into you trying to fix a bitch. And that's just not your job, okay? Maybe it is your job to fix people, right? Maybe you are someone who works with people, but like there has to be a balance. You cannot overexert yourself because you can't pour from an empty cup. So there's only so much you can do. No, it's not your job to fix them is the answer. It is your job to give them whatever the divine gave you to give them, and for you to basically arm them with the tools that they need to fix their fucking self. It's not your responsibility to take on. So please don't do it to yourself, okay? What's the feast, the dragons, and the potion? We got diversity with the 5 of scrolls, okay? So, you got a lot of different ways to deal with things. Like, I feel like you're tapping deeper into your Akashic records and you're just finding different answers within yourself. But you have to step away from any and all conflict, and that includes any conflicts that you may be having within yourself, any arguments that you may be having with yourself about how you want to deal with certain things or how you want to go about certain things. It's like you need to make more room for your cosmic guidance, for angelic guidance, okay? It's like you're not listening. That's what I'm hearing. You're not listening. Yeah, we got the sun with will, wisdom, and mind, okay? Because, like, the sun is, like, the best energy, right? It's one of the best energies in the deck. It's so bright, and it's so beautiful, and it's so wonderful, but the sun has its bad qualities, too, right? Like, the sun can burn the shit out of you if you're not careful. If you spend too much time under the sun, it can be too much, and that's how your energy is to other people, okay? Sometimes it's just too much, and the hate and the issues and them watching you and all of that shit just really truly has nothing to do with you. They just can't handle all of that bright energy. So you stay aligned with your will, okay, and keep operating out of your wisdom, and your mind and your heart will always follow. What's the 5 of scrolls and that? Okay, we got the Wheel of Fortune with the Ark of the Covenant, which talks about, this covenant that you made with God, right? It talks about this beautiful covenant that you made with God and how it's only your job to protect that covenant or that agreement or whatever. You are actively choosing to do this in every moment and in every day. So, like, remain aware of that and know that nobody can take that from you, okay? We got wishes fulfilled right here with the table set and ready for you. You might feel like you're still in the karmic trench, but nobody ever said you was going to get here and the work was going to be done. The work is never done. It's always work to do. And also I feel like like divine time is really at play in your life right now, Like, you might have this feeling like you're not in control of stuff, and I feel like you could be a bit of a control freak, and that's kind of what the Arcturians want to break a little bit. Like, stop trying to control every single aspect of life, because the truth of the matter is that change is constant, and you're just not always in control, okay? Leave room for miracles. Leave room for serendipitous happenings, and they will happen, okay? You can't force it. Because what happens when we force it, right? We push too hard, or we are in like this tug of war with spirit. Spirit's like, let it go, and we're like, no, I can fix this. But if you just let it go, then it would be fixed much more easier than you trying to like micromanage every single little part of whatever it is that you're going through at the time. So just have more trust in yourself and in your divine guides and in the way that you're walking. And don't worry so much, because there's a lot more positive movement in your life than you may be aware of at this time. what is the final thought on this? We got cosmic power right here at the bottom of the deck, which I feel is it. And then we got self-sabotage under that. Don't sabotage yourself and don't feel like you have anything to be ashamed of ever. You're full of this beautiful and amazing good juju. What is this? Number 2. So, it says it has Mawu Lisa on it. It says Mawu Lisa is the force of mother, father, God, goddess. Mawu is the moon, the divine feminine, and Lisa is the sun, the divine masculine. They came together during a fawn eclipse to create cosmic power, okay? So that's what I said earlier. It's all about your masculine and your feminine energy within you working cohesively as a beautiful team, okay? If you cannot agree on anything within you, then it's going to be hard to have other people agree with you and where you want to go. You don't sound sure, right? Like you're not really sure of where it is that you want to go or which way you want to walk, because you're constantly having this argument within yourself about where you want to walk or which way you want to go. Like, now's the time for surety. Get sure about what you want. Get clear about what you want. Be so clear about your manifestations and what you want to create in your life that you see the clearest picture of that shit. Because I've seen clear pictures of shit that I want that I ain't never even seen. But I manifested that shit, okay? So just know you can manifest things that you ain't seen, because when you have a connection to God, really ain't nothing under the sun you ain't never seen. And you did this so many times. You had so many different beautiful lifetimes, okay? This is no different from that. You just reminding yourself that you're a master. You're not really mastering these things. You're reminding yourself that, oh yeah, I already know how to do this shit. And who put all of this yucky doubt and fear within me? Let me dispel that real quick so I can get back to doing what the fuck I was already on. It says, you are in the right place. Release the fear of your power. You are sacred. You are magic. Now that you know this, you can no longer pretend not to. Rise up into your magnificence. Love and accept yourself fully to unlock everything you seek. Stop pretending to be less than you are. Your real power has nothing to do with external gains. Cosmic power cannot be destroyed or lost. You were created by the same force that birthed the sun and the moon. And the goddess declaration says, my power shines forth from within, okay? So, with that, my love, I am done. I hope you got something that you needed out of this, that you have a happy, fabulous, wonderful, and amazing day, and I will see you later. Bye.